special offer. If you want to try Prevagen, here is all the information you'll need to get started.
Once again, the number to try Prevagen is 888-960-0060. Prevagen is the first and only formula on the market today that has been clinically shown to support your brain health. And when you call today and order Prevagen, you're going to receive the benefits that we've been talking about: a sharper memory, better focused, and improved concentration. All you have to do is call right now, 888-960-0060. And as we've mentioned, Mark is putting together a special offer available to our listeners today. If you call in the next 10 minutes, you'll qualify to receive 2 free bottles of Prevagen. When you buy 4, you'll get 2 bottles free. That's right, buy 4 and get 2 bottles free by calling this number, plus get a free gift. Call 888-960-0060. Shipping and processing will also be free. Today only, you can receive a free copy of the Brain Health Guide with your order. So again, folks, this is a great offer. Do something good for yourself or someone you love. Do it for your family. Call right now, toll-free, 888-960-0060. Again, that number to call, 888-960-0060.
Thanks for tuning in, and join us again next time for another special edition of the Brain Health Show. Make it a healthy day, everyone.
You have been listening to the Brain Health Show. The program you've listened to is a paid advertisement for Prevagen. The statements made in today's program have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Talk 1470, WWNN Pompano Beach, WKIS HD3, Boca Raton, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
If you have a family member who's in need of or will be in need of long-term care and for whatever reason does not have long-term care insurance, you're probably in a panic. You ask yourself, what are we going to do? How will we pay for it? Will we be forced to sell our home? Will this bankrupt our family? Well, this is Steve Kane with good news. It's not too late. I want you to call my good friend, attorney Barry Siegel. He will employ effective legal strategies to help you qualify for Veteran Administration and Medicaid benefits that will cover the cost of long-term care without jeopardizing the financial security of your family that you have worked so hard for. Attorney Barry Siegel, with offices from Palm Beach to Miami. Call today for a no-charge consult, 1-855-FLA-3782. That's 1-855-FLA-3782.
AM 1470 WNN with more of what you need to know. Don't miss Barry's Supplement Hour. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 11 a.m. and Tuesdays at noon on South Florida's Health and Wealth Network. AM 1470 WNN.
WJL Financial. We can help.
When someone says they'll buy your home for cash in any condition, what should you look out for?
You need to make sure that they're offering a fair price. You need to make sure that they actually have the cash, that they're not borrowing it from some source.
Unlike other companies, WJL Financial has cash to buy your home or property faster than anyone right now.
We've been buying homes for 15 years.
We've bought over 1,500 homes.
We can help.
Call WJL Financial now. They'll buy your home faster than anybody for cash. Call now. 1-888-839-2444. Call toll-free 1-888-839-2444.
WJL Financial. We can help.
Sell your home now for cash. Call 1-888-839-2444.
This is Talk 1470.
Talk 1470.
WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to the Golf and Travel Show, the place to fine-tune your swing, dress for the course, club, or cruise, and get tips on the best places to play and stay at the right price. Vacation or staycation, host Dan Schub, along with his expert co-hosts and guests, will tell you where to go. To play golf and vacation, that is. Now, here's Dan.
And welcome to another edition of the Golf and Travel Show. I'm Dan Schub, your host, and tonight, like we do every week at this time, we're going to talk golf, we're going to talk travel, we're going to have a good time, and you're going to learn a little bit, you might learn a lot, and we'll all have a lot of fun while doing it. And tonight, we got a good show, like we always do. We're going to have a hot tip for you on your golf game so that you can play a little bit better, which we like to do every week. And we also have some interesting guests that will be calling in a little bit of time, not too long. First guest tonight's going to be Don Stanley of the Performance Edge Training Group. And he's a Titleist trainer teaching people how to be fit for golf from the company that should know all about it, Titleist. Also, we'll be talking to Tom Armstrong of Tauk Tours, and I'm looking forward to that because I actually took a Tauk tour many years ago. I don't want to say how many years ago when I was a wee lad, but had a great time. Haven't forgotten after all of these years, and don't know why I haven't done it again, but obviously I'm going to find out why I need to do it again. And a little bit later in the show, we're going to be talking to Sean Johnson and from Abercrombie & Kent, which beautiful upscale type tours, just high-end luxury stuff, and who doesn't like that? So it'll be a great show like always. The time will go too fast like always. But first, what I also would like to do is introduce my co-hosts who are sitting here in the studio with me in beautiful Boca Raton. And first up, we got Jerry Augustine, who's pulling into port right now. And Jerry brings to us over 25 years of experience in the service and hospitality industry. She's currently the president and the owner of Sea Dreams Travel in Jupiter. And at Sea Dreams, she's that concierge who can create the perfect vacation for you and your family. And Sea Dreams has a very knowledgeable staff that's traveled the world, and her tagline, "Your world, your way," is exactly what Sea Dreams is all about. When you listen to the Golf and Travel Show, and Jerry, she will prove to you every week how booking travel yourself is not your best or easiest route. And welcome back, Jerry.
Oh, thank you, Dan, Jess, and hi, everyone. Happy Friday.
It's great to have you back in the studio, and even when you're not here, you always are influencing the show, finding wonderful guests for us, and we certainly do appreciate that. And I think Jerry is going to head back out to sea for just a few minutes. And what I will do is I think the golf cart is now pulling in. And my other co-host is Jess Frank, and he's a PGA teaching professional and the owner of a beautiful swing, as well as the Jess Frank Golf Academy at Boca Dunes Golf and Country Club in Boca Raton. Jess specializes in on-course instruction with V1 video analysis. He believes that every lesson and every swing is different. Jess likes to focus on the scoring part of your game, the short shots taught on the golf course, and that instills confidence. Some of you may know him because he's worked at area clubs such as St. Andrews, Boca Laga, and Broken Sound, and Jess loves to teach and has a passion for the game. Golf is a little challenging if some of you haven't noticed that already, but Jess makes it easy for you to learn, excel, and have fun. Welcome to the show tonight.
Well, thank you very much, Dan. Good evening, Jerry, and good evening to all our wonderful listeners out there in beautiful Boca Raton and across the country, and whoever's listening on the web. So
yeah, throughout the world.
Throughout the world.
Because,
worldwide.
Let's face it, everybody loves to play golf, and everybody loves to travel.
Yes, so across the world, it's a win-win.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, later we're going to be redoing the show in French, English, Spanish, Italian, just for all those other people.
Well,
we do it in every language, but
maybe
close.
Not. Yeah,
maybe not. But who does not like to get a free golf tip?
Oh yes, and again today, and I always say this, but it's so true. I mean, the weather's been absolutely gorgeous, even though it's getting warmer. So we feel the Florida summer coming on, and
but the folks that live down here, we're kind of used to the warm weather, so it's not so bad. The folks that live up north that have experienced the brutal, cold, snowy winter. They're dying for this.
Exactly.
And they want it, and we have it.
Yeah, and that's why we're so busy this year. With the tourism was up something like 43% from the numbers I was hearing, and I know golf courses were busier, and the lesson tee was busy, so it was
book
good.
in advance.
Book in advance. That's right.
Don't get closed out.
I'm going to be booking my lesson programs in advance for next season, so that's a good thing as well. But today. Actually, it was fun because I got to teach a couple different students, a couple different golf swings and different ages. But what I see is that there's only one path to playing good golf. And
Only one?
Only one path to
And
playing
you know
golf.
that?
I do. I know it. Well, I should say playing good golf and good ball striking and hitting the ball more consistently. And so you can play good golf going from slicing to hooking to good golf, but you can't go from slicing to good golf. So you have to have
You have
the
to know how to
ability-
make it go in both directions.
Exactly. You have to have the ability to draw the golf ball, which is a more powerful golf shot, to really play good golf. And that is something that
So the power fade you don't endorse.
no, well, I do, but swinging the power, or hitting the power fade correctly instead of.
In other words, being able to do it when you want it instead of it doing it when it wants.
Yeah, the power fade comes from exactly what you're saying, power. So most people who hit a fade is a glancing blow across the golf ball. So they swing too much. If you're a right-handed golfer, you swing too much to the left.
It's like a smack in the face.
Exactly. well, it's a glance in the face. It's like hitting with the fingertips instead of the whole hand. So. That's something that I really try to work on with my students, and when they hit the ball more solid and the ball goes higher and farther and it has a little bit of a draw or goes straight, then there's some excitement to it. They're like, ooh, that feels different, instead of hitting the ball thin and kind of feeling clunky. And I get a lot of that. So, students tell me that they feel like it's just doesn't feel good. And so one of the reasons why is that they are cutting across the ball. It's like playing tennis. If you're hitting a cut shot in tennis, you're slicing across the ball. So it's a weaker shot. And so what we try to work on is in the setup, getting them set up behind the golf ball with their right shoulder tilted a little lower. And then from there I've come up, and seeing that the mistake that most people have is they swing the club too much straight up and down, which means it's too much on a straight line, and the golf swing's on a tilted plane. So what I have them do is I have them take their left arm and swing it across their chest.
Right, this is when we start doing this in the studio.
Exactly. This is when we try not to move. So what I have them do is I have them set up in the golf posture. And everybody at home can do this right now. And what you want to do is you want to have a couch or chair or a stake behind you off your heels. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your left arm and you're going to put your left hand across your chest, or left arm across the chest, and touch that stake or chair behind you by your heel. So what that does is that automatically turns your body. So everybody in the studio is doing this, kind of cute. Wish we had video. And so what that does is that turns your body, and that swings the left arm across the chest, which allows from there to swing the left arm out a little bit to the right. And from there, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our left palm to the sky. And so when we do that, that closes the club face, that swings the club a little bit more in to out, allowing for the path and the face to swing correctly to produce that high, solid draw, which everybody is envious of. And how do you do that? And so that is one of the things that.
See, I can do it. I just don't know how.
That's something that you could practice at home without a golf club, and just understanding the movement of your left arm and how it works. And if you can do that and just repeat that, it's amazing the quality of golf shots that you'll be able to hit. And it's really something that I learned a little bit from Hank Haney and Jim Hardy. You diagnose somebody, see what their ball flight's doing, and you see the ball flights, or see the divot going too much to the left. So we want to produce a straight divot or a little bit divot to the right. And so, from there, we're going to hit a lot more solid golf shots. And Jerry, so your left arm goes across, not the right arm.
Well, she's opposite you, so she got confused.
So that's all right. That's all right. We have Jerry and I have a long road ahead of us for plenty of golf lessons and playing.
Plenty of fodder for free tips as well.
For free tips. We have a lot of fun, and so and that's why I say, good golf is played from, if you're a slicer, you go from slicing to hooking to good golf, and that's, the path.
I'm wondering why it felt funny.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. The left arm. So if you're mirroring me, so Jerry's sitting right across from me. So if you're mirroring me, that's this way. So, so that's the way, it comes from a little bit of setup, also ball position. You can play the ball back in your stance.
Yeah, that's what I typically do. I can't hit the ball either direction, a slice or a hook, either way. And typically I make adjustments by moving the ball more forward or back in my stance. It's probably the cheating way to do it, perhaps to some extent, because I may have a flaw in my swing. Right. But without a great instructor like you at my side all the time, other than on Friday nights, that's an easy way to fix it for me. That little adjustment.
Well, here's the thing too: is that not a lot of people have a ton of time for golf lessons, so they don't want to rebuild their swing. So you want to give them the easiest route to hitting the ball better. And yes, ball position, setup, and maybe a little bit of a better motion. Those couple things will definitely get them back on. The car back on the road out of the ditch.
To me, if the ball is obviously a little bit more back, more to the middle of my stance, then the ball is going to go more to the right. Well, if I move it more forward, it gives me more time to get the club square, and it's more likely then to go to the left.
When the ball position is too far forward, it opens your shoulders, you're pointing too much to the left, that's a slice. If you move the ball back, it closes your shoulders, it allows you to swing in to out, it allows you to close the club face, and then the ball will start a little bit right and, have a little bit of a draw, and you'll hit the ball in the hole and make a lot of birdies.
I always have it all figured out by the 18th hole. But that's why you come back.
Exactly. That's why there's golf every day.
There you go. And that's your free tip.
There we go.
Of the week.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with our first guest. So please stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. And we are back, and I think it's time for a word from a couple of our favorite sponsors, and I think what I'm going to do is let you have the honors, Jess.
Oh, yes, and again, another beautiful day at the back of the range at Boca Dunes Golf and Country Club, and the course is in amazing condition, so anybody looking to play some golf, definitely take up Boca Dunes Golf and Country Club, which is located in South Palm Beach, and it's one of Boca Raton's best-kept secrets, hopefully a secret no more with the advertising we're doing here. With a par 72 championship and executive golf course, both courses are a challenge for all skill levels. With the only lighted driving range in Boca Raton, there's a putting green and snack shop all open till 10 p.m. Discounted memberships available for only $60, and you get some discounted rates and afternoon specials with that membership. There's also a 9-hole Thursday night league every Thursday night for only $13 a player. You can call the Pro Shop at 561-451-1600, extension 101, for additional information. And if you've never played Boca Dunes, come and see for yourself what a great course this is. Located at 1400 Country Club Drive in West Boca Raton, or check out their website at bocadunes.com. For tee times and information, call 561-451-1600, extension 101. Mention you heard about them on the Golf and Travel radio show right here, and receive $10 off morning rates. That's a heck of a deal.
Sure is.
Yes. And come and experience the passion and love of the game at Edwin Watts Golf Shops. You'll find the latest in golf technology, custom fitting, and the most knowledgeable staff in the industry. For over 40 years, Edwin Watts has been the most trusted retailer in golf. You'll have the ultimate shopping experience as you get fit using the TaylorMade About Golf, Game Changer, Ping in Flight, or Mizuno custom fitting technologies. Purchases are also backed by the 90-day playability satisfaction guarantee, the strongest guarantee in the industry, nothing like it out there. And right now, purchase 3 dozen golf balls and get a dozen free with imprinting on Titleist Pro V1s, Bridgestone B330s and E6s, TaylorMade Preferred Tour, and Callaway Speed Regime golf balls. Also, TaylorMade's running an awesome special where you buy a Jet Speed driver and get a Jet Speed fairway wood or hybrid for free. Also, visit an Edwin Watts golf shop today with 5 convenient South Florida locations in Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, Plantation, Doral, and North Miami, or visit us on the web at edwinwattsgolf.com. That's edwinwattsgolf.com.
to brush, edges that I can bluff. A man with a Midas touch, intoxicate me, I'm a lush. Stop, you're making me blush, people are looking at us. I don't think you know.
And we are back, and I'm excited to hear a little bit from our next guest because when it comes to getting in shape and getting in golf shape, I'm a perfect candidate for that. So I think I can learn a lot, is what I'm saying. So, Jess, why don't you have the honors of bringing our next guest on board here?
Thanks, Dan, and I'm really excited to have this young man on. And Jerry, this is a fantastic trainer, person, and just a great all around guy is Don Stanley, who's a training director and lead therapist at the Performance Edge training, where he is a TPI certified trainer, which is a Titleist Performance Institute, which is really, really cool and very golf specific. He's also a clinical massage therapist and a trainer, student athlete training. He does executive training, and love to bring Don onto the Golf and Travel Show. Good evening, Don.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
Fantastic.
Great.
Yeah. How are you doing tonight?
Not too bad. That was a wonderful introduction. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. We're pleased to have you, sir. And just a little background, Don and I met through our networking here in the Boca Raton area. He trains here in Boca Raton. And we've
Who doesn't network in Boca Raton?
And he's been helping me with getting in shape, and I've been helping him with a little bit of his golf swing, but really excited and unique, and something that is not readily available is having a trainer who is Titleist Performance Institute certified. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Don, and what goes into it?
Absolutely. Well, just a little bit about my background. I've been a professional trainer for over 20 years. I've also been a licensed manual therapist for over 20 years. So I've run and operated private clinics, and I've also, worked for medical groups as a therapist. I specialize in sports medicine and rehab. But really work with a lot of different athletes over the years. Actually just went to the NFL Combine the last 2 years in a row as a therapist and assistant to the head trainer. So, I've done a lot of work with athletes, and, golf is something that I'm very interested in, and having a background in sports medicine and working with different athletes, I was definitely interested in, working with golfers as well. And I found out about the Titleist Performance Institute, and my understanding is many of the top pros have a, Titleist, Performance Institute specialist as part of their team. So it's definitely very much become a, benchmark within the industry. So there's several specialties that you can, get involved in. Everybody starts off on the fitness track and learns how to do golf screening, and then after that you can continue on and specialize. So currently at this time I'm involved in the fitness, the medical, and also the juniors. So it's just been a wonderful, wonderful program for me. It's really given me a tremendous amount of insight into the golf industry and working with golfers, and it's really allowed me to, work with golfers at a very high level and assist them in improving their game. So.
Well, one of the things that Don and I speak about a lot is the fact that golf, everybody thinks, you go play golf and then you go drink, and people get injured. Well, they do. You go drink, but and you eat poorly, and golfers aren't in shape, and they're not athletes. And so this everything about the Titleist Performance Institute completely dispels that myth. And really, what's interesting is that golf is very explosive. I mean, you see guys on the PGA Tour and women on the LPGA Tour getting injured all the time, and one of the things that I really like about what Don does, and he does this with a lot of his clients, if not all his clients, is he doesn't just throw them into weights. He takes them, he evaluates them. And so why don't you just talk about a little bit about when somebody comes to you, Don, for the first time, what do you take them through?
I take them through the Titleist Performance Institute, the fitness evaluation, the general screening. And basically what we're doing is we're just taking a look at, movement. Kind of the theory behind, the Titleist Performance Institute is, Titleist doesn't believe that there's any one perfect way to swing the club. That being said, if you look at all great golfers, there's certain characteristics that are universal in everyone's swing. So it's kind of, a common experience. The example is, everybody is trying to, imitate Tiger's swing. The problem is that, we're not all built like Tiger. We have different bodies. We have, we're in different levels of, fitness. Some of us have pre-existing injuries, problems, so on and so forth. So what we do in the screen is we're just doing an assessment of movement. And it's really interesting, I think, surprises a lot of people, is I can take somebody through the evaluation, and I can start to tell you things about your golf swing, start to tell you things about various swing faults, having never seen you swing a club. So part of what we do with, the screen is to identify certain limitations, imbalances, asymmetries, and believe it or not, for most people, if you go down the list or the hierarchy of what's important, strength is usually 3 or 4, places down on the list. There's a lot of things that, come before that, like stability and balance. So if you try and put, strength on dysfunction, really you're just building more dysfunction and potential injury. So.
Yeah, that's what I really appreciate about Don and how he breaks it down, and
he's also very honest about it. He's obviously not afraid to insult any of us that aren't in shape. So.
Well, Don's in pretty good shape himself, pretty strong guy. So that's why I'm always very very nice to him. But no, he definitely takes you through what it is. And so, Don, why don't you tell about who do you like to work with? Like who is your ideal client or somebody that comes to you? Is there somebody that you really like to work with?
Well, actually, we say, that old saying about, master of all trades and jack of all trades, master of none. And, I really kind of resist that. I've spent, the last 5 years traveling out around the country, studying with some of the top performance specialists in the world, so that I can really have the ability to work with a lot of, different populations. Right now, a big part of my business, I train a lot of high school scholarship athletes, which is one of the reasons why I was really interested in, the Titleist Performance's, their junior program and the way that they have a very unique scientific approach to developing youth. So, honestly, I really I enjoy working with anybody that is, passionate about their golf game, that's looking to improve. So that can be anything from, kids, juniors, early development into, executives. And, Jess, I think you would attest to the fact that even, golf pros and people that have had years of experience in golf, I think that there's still some, things, to benefit, certainly on the fitness level that I can, add to their game and to their skill set.
Yeah, and it's just there's so many different things that affect your golf game, and you can trace it back to when you're really young, and there's actually really strategic ways of learning how to move, like special movements, and so that's something that Don and I actually really talk a lot about as well. And so, Don, why don't you tell everyone out there how they can get a hold of you if they want to come meet you for a TPI evaluation?
Yes, absolutely. I'm actually in the process of developing a new website. So the website is going to be performanceedgeboca.com. Currently, I work out of a commercial facility on Blades and Turnpike in Boca Raton. It's called FitRx. And the best number to reach me at is 305-202-0518. And I am open for appointments. And I offer a complimentary evaluation to any of your radio listeners.
And let me tell you about that complimentary evaluation. It's awesome, and it's worth. I mean, the Titleist Performance Institute director Greg Rose charges $5,000 for that evaluation, and Don's offering it for you to complimentary. So definitely take advantage of that. Give
another benefit of listening to the show.
Give that number one more time, Don.
305-202-0518.
And right here in Boca Raton. Don, thank you so much for coming on the Golf and Travel Radio Show tonight. We really enjoyed having you, and definitely be seeing you soon.
Absolutely, Justin. I wanted to thank you for the time that you've spent with me and helping further my knowledge and understanding of the game. You've been wonderful.
Oh, I appreciate that, sir. Well, you have a great night, great weekend, and good luck with Don's got a baby on the way, and he's getting a new house, so he's got his hands full, right?
Good for you. Got it all happening.
All right. Thanks
you,
again, Don. Have a good night.
Yep. Thanks for having me, fellas.
You got
it.
All
right,
Bye-bye.
And we'll be back with more of the Golf and Travel Show in just a minute. Stay tuned.
Genuine Cinderella story out of nowhere. A former